Hello and welcome to some biology class. Friends, today we shall discuss about red drop and Emerson's enhancement effect. Before that, I request all of my friends, those who have not subscribed my YouTube channel, please subscribe. Photosynthesis is a process in which light energy is converted into chemical energy. The light of a single wavelength is called monochromatic light, which is perceived by the human eye as a spectral color. In a monochromatic light, all the rays have the same wavelength. Robert Emerson and his co-workers exposed chlorella, a green algae, to monochromatic lights of different wavelengths and measured the quantum yield. Quantum yield is the number of oxygen molecules released per photon absorbed. Their aim was to determine the wavelength at which photosynthesis is vigorous. A graph of quantum yield in terms of oxygen evolution was plotted at various wavelengths from 380 to 760 nanometer. They found that when chlorella was exposed to a wavelength greater than 680 nanometer, that is beyond the red region of the visible spectrum, the photosynthetic yield decreased abruptly. Such a sudden drop in photosynthetic yield beyond red region of the visible spectrum is called red drop or Emerson's first effect. Emerson and his co-workers further carried out some experiments in which they exposed chlorella to the light of shorter wavelength from 650 to 680 nanometer and light of longer wavelength from 700 to 720 nanometer simultaneously. They found a greater increase in the photosynthetic yield. Such enhancement of the photosynthetic yield, which was observed due to the exposure of both light of shorter wavelength and longer wavelength simultaneously, is known as Emerson's second effect or enhancement effect. Emerson's enhancement effect provided conclusive evidence that the process of photosynthesis is mediated by two types of light reactions. One is carried by short wavelength absorbing form of chlorophyll A and the other by long wavelength absorbing form of chlorophyll A along with other pigments. This indicates the presence of two separate photosystems or pigment systems. So when we provide both the light of shorter wavelength and longer wavelength, both the photosystems are activated. As a result, both the light reactions are carried out that result in a greater increase in the photosynthetic yield, which is known as Emerson's enhancement effect. This indicates that out of two separate photosystems, one is activated by the light of shorter wavelength and the other is activated by the light of longer wavelength. So friends, this is all about red drop and Emerson's enhancement effect. Next we shall discuss about absorption spectra and action spectra.